Our cities are so broke that we have now started selling advertising space on public land and public property. So a perfect example are the manholes in Kentucky and Tennessee. KFC has started putting their advertisements on them.
Okay, let me as always make a silly point here. Am I the only one who thinks manholes is a funny word? It's underrated how funny that word is.
Yeah, it
and
really
it's
is.
funny to have these companies say, boy, I'd like your manhole.
I would like to place my ad on your manhole.
All right, now back to the serious story. Look, this is so sad. We instead of doing regular, no, okay, that's not real.
That's Photoshop.
I know, but I mean, how funny is
it? It
that?
gives you a sense of how absurd this is.
And if you put the KFC ad on the fire hydrant, you know what dogs do to fire hydrants, right? So I'm not sure that's where I would want to put a food ad, right? But we're so broke, and we can't, God forbid we should ever raise taxes on the rich, right? Or on corporations. No, we have to give them tax subsidies. So what are we doing? We're auctioning off. Look, the fire hydrants are goofy, and so I wouldn't do it. It's a bad idea. But they're actually thinking of much worse, putting it on the front bumpers of police cars.
Yes, and that is actually disastrous. And even a police chief that was interviewed by the New York Times sees that there could be a conflict of interest. There could be a bit of an issue with that. He says, because of what we do, we like to be neutral. Say there were two shopping plazas and one advertised and one didn't. Would that company feel like we weren't treating them fairly?
Oh, my God, to have the cops sponsored is the biggest disastrous idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, here's another scenario that I think would be disastrous. So you have an elementary school or a high school, and they need some funding. And we've done this story before where public districts are looking for advertisers to bring in some extra money, right? And all of a sudden, a for-profit college comes in. They're like, we want to do a little advertisement on your school bus. What's the big deal?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, that's coming. You know, in Baltimore, they're trying to sell, for a while, they were trying to sell off landmarks until people were like, what are you doing? They're like, I don't know, we got a park. We're out of money. You want the park? They're like, you want a statue of Washington? What do you need? They were literally trying to sell off the landmarks to private corporations. This George Washington statue brought to you by Johnson & Johnson. Okay, this is the desperate straits that we're in because we refuse to raise taxes on people. You know, back in the days of this country, which conservatives call the golden years, we used to have taxes for the top bracket, not for all of their money, but a certain amount above $200,000, above $400,000, every dollar above that. 70 to 94% in taxes. Now, if you go to like 39%, people are like, no! And they're like, no. Instead, let's cut the cops. Let's cover everybody's manhole. And let's sell off statues in parks. This is crazy, man.